assignment for PAD102, Introduction to Public Administration. And the topic that we chose for the assignment is topic 5, which is describe the idea of public personnel administration, analyze two challenges faced by government agencies in ensuring the public servant able to perform their functions effectively during pandemic COVID-19. And this is the phases that is involved in doing the assignment.
Hi, my name is Iliana Huda and I will talk about introduction. Personnel administration is an art of managing people or human resource that who work for the organization goal and performance is achieved. It involves all management decisions and practice that directly affect or influence the people. Personnel public administration is a branch of human resource management that is concerned with the acquisition, development, utilization, and compensation of a public organization's workforce. The human resource management practice in private sector embrace the new way in managing public sector employees and as one of the public sector. Public personnel administration is to ensure the people employed by the organization are being used as efficiently and effectively.
Planning refers to ascertaining prior to what to do and how to do. It is one of the primary managerial duties. Before doing something, the manager must form an opinion on how to work on a specific job. Hence, planning is firmly correlated with discovery and creativity. But the manager would first have to set goals. Planning is an essential step what managers at all levels take. It needs holding on to the decision since it includes letting a choice from alternative ways to performance. Types of planning faced by government agencies is in ensuring the public servant able to perform their functions effectively during pandemic COVID-19, to manage issues that are being used which are strategic, tactical, and operational planning. In 2020, the Government of Malaysia enforced a movement control order starting on March 18, 2020 to break the chain of COVID-19. The media actively spread the hashtag Stay Home. Non-governmental organizations as well as prison inmates started to produce personal protective equipment for frontliners. Various organizations hosted fundraising events to provide essentials mainly to hospitals. A provisional hospital was set up and collaborations with healthcare service providers were granted, while additional laboratories were assigned to enhance the capabilities of the Ministry of Health. However, not long since on the health front, many countries are adopting differentiated territorial approaches, for example on policies surrounding masks or lockdowns. Apart from that, long-term planning is a comprehensive framework that comprises goals to met within 4 to 5 years. Long-term planning gives an overview of planning across terms or academic year, while short-term planning concentrates on learning over a few days and weeks. COVID-19 crisis is unique and requires tough policy choices for managing the public sector, which build to best achieve the difficult balance between fiscal consolidation, protection of lives and livelihoods, service delivery and job restoration. In the emergency phase, the priority should be on protecting lives and livelihoods. To this end, this provides suggestions that countries can adapt based on their circumstances and given that they entered this crisis from different starting points. Emergency phase, protect public sector employment and wages, increase staffing for essential functions, and provide adequate compensation for essential workers. And recovery and resilience phase, monitor the public sector wage premium and remove distortionary allowance, build staffing flexibility and agility. Emphasize compensation and management reforms to improve productivity and leverage technology and data for decision making. The importance of planning is definitely significant as it directs us where to go. It furnishes direction and decreases the danger of risk by making predictions. The significant advantage of planning are provided below. Such planning provide directions. Planning assures that the objectives are certainly asserted so that they serve as a model for determining what action should be taken and in which direction. If objects are well established, employees are informed of what the company has to do and what they need to accomplish those purposes. Secondly, planning decreases the chances of risk. Planning is an activity which permits a manager to look forward and predict changes by determining in prior the tasks to be completed. Planning notes the way to deal with changes and unpredictable effects. Thirdly, planning decreases overlapping and wasteful activities. Such works as the foundation of organizing the activities and purposes of distinct branches, departments, and people. It assists in avoiding chaos and confusion, since planning guarantees precision in understanding and action. Work is conducted on easily without delays. Also, planning encourages innovative ideas. Since it is the primary function of management, new approaches can take the form of actual plans. It is the most challenging project for the management as it leads all planned actions pointed to growth and of the business. Lastly, planning aids decision making. It encourages the manager to look into the future and make a decision from among several alternative plans of action. The manager has to assess each option and pick the most viable plan.
So as for the organizing, we start with the definition first. So organizing is actually the process of defining and grouping activities as well as establishing authorities relationships among them to attain organizational objectives. And there are several importance of organizing in public academy. which is efficient administration, resource optimization, benefits specialization, promotes effective communication, creates transparency, and also expansion and growth. So for the organizing, in this case, the government organize themselves, or the public servants organize themselves in these ways, which is the first one is establishing remote work policies. The government actually create work policies that enables the public servant to work remotely or work from home so that it can cater to the situation at that time. The next one is providing necessary digital tools and infrastructure, which is the government. They provide a medium, which is the digital tools, so that the employees can have access and secure virtual private networks and remote access to government systems and databases. The next one is enhancing communication channels, which is the government actually increase their communication channels efficiency, and also they share information among public servants. The next one is training and support, which is the government actually provide training and support to public servants so that they can adapt to remote work and utilizes those tools, digital tools effectively. The next one is prioritizing employee well-being, and as the points stated, the employee well-being is actually important so that work can be done, and the government actually do this so that their health is being taken care of. The last one is increasing data security measures, which is one of the important things to look for, because data can be easily breached if they are not being secured. So the government actually increased the security of the data, of their data, so that um, things are being in a secured manner.
My name is not Asma Niza. Let's talk about decision making. Decision making is the process at making a choice between two or more options. They involve evaluating the pros and cons of various choices and choosing the best option to achieve desired outcome. In management, decision making is about acting in a way that meet organization goal and objective. How public servants are able to perform their function effective during pandemic COVID-19 with decision making. Among the following are: first, took the initiative to develop a registration portal and a digital service management system. Among the method is the application of ICT technology and the internet, which need to be worked on more widely so that the period of being in the office is more effective in term and save energy and cost. Second, implement training and evaluate training conducted, improving the management of public service training. Good training also improve the process of knowledge, skill and value that are needed in the face of pandemic COVID-19.
As for the controlling, so controlling is actually a system of management which uses information to control all the processes in organization and the anticipation of differences between actual and planned outcomes as well as implementation of actions before such differences arise are typical functions of actually controlling. All right, so for controlling in this issue, let's see on how the public servants actually do this. So the first one is public health awareness and education. So they play a crucial role in raising public awareness about COVID-19, and they actually control through various campaigns, information dissemination, as well as educational initiatives. The next one is testing, tracing, and isolation. And the points says it all, which is this can be helpful in breaking the chain of transmission and preventing further spread of the virus. The next one is vaccination program. Uh, they actually work extensively to implement these campaigns across the country. They organize vaccination centers, manage vaccine distribution, as well as carried out vaccination drives targeting various segments of the population. The next one is implementation and enforcement of SOPs. SOPs, or standard operating procedures, are mandated by the government. They ensure compliance with measures such as wearing masks, maintaining physical distancing, and etc. And the next one is collaboration and coordination. So the public servants actually collaborate with each other. I mean in different departments, including health authorities, law enforcement, and as well as local governments to break the chain of COVID-19 during the period of time during the pandemic.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Cempaka Emylia binti Ahmad Shafiei. So the conclusion is we must understood that public administration is a social science just like political science, economic and ethics. Public administration deals with human beings who have their own will and mind and capable of thinking and acting in variety of ways. Human relationships are not enabled to the physical science technique. Public administration has become the heart of modern civilization. If it fails, the entire structure of modern society and civilization will collapse. This could help boost the future of development and job growth, resulting in lower rates of unemployment. This we can also expand the labor market opportunity and reduce social inequality to enter another stage of civilization where we can stand on equal footing with another advanced countries. So that's all my part. Thank you.